Alright, trade recap time. Didn't take any trades, just gonna check over the session. It got really dead at the end here. But, yeah, stupid dead at the end. But from here it's okay. Um, Let me delete that. So overall, the new week opening gap was completely filled. So I was looking for, I don't know, my bias was kind of a bit shitty because we had the divergence bottom side. So it was bullish off of that, but it's just filled this new week opening gap, so it's bearish off of that. But then price had just respected this 15 fair value gap, so it's bullish off of that. And it was in the middle of this 15 fair value gap, so I'm pretty sure it was going to be bearish off of this. Actually, I said it was going to be bullish because it was in the top half of the fair value gap and was moving pretty slowly. Like normally if it's respect, it's like this. And it does end up respecting it, but now it's like inversing it again pretty much. So yeah, that shit happens in London, I guess. And so I thought it was going to be a bit bullish, and then especially when this high got tapped, it was so slow. It was like, oh. And I was trying to find the position. So I was kind of looking for a bit of, like I was looking for shorts off of this sweep, but it was so slow, so I started looking for longs, and of course they didn't really show up. But of course the sweep actually ends up working. So we have the sweep, and initially the breaker structure is here. This is the order block though. That's still the order block, but then the breaker structure occurs. It nearly occurs on this candle here, but this candle does not break below. As you can see, doesn't break below. But then this candle breaks below. And then there's also this 5 fair value gap, which is respected nicely, which also is the candle that inverses this 15 fair value gap. Oh, I'm just seeing this now actually. So short from there, but also because it respects this 5. The breaker structure occurs on, let me see, on the 6 o'clock candle. So way down here on the close of this candle, that's the 6 o'clock candle made, and that's the breaker structure. And then you'd wait for retracement into a 1 minute fair value gap, which there is no 1 minute fair value gap, but then this gets inversed, this 1 minute gets inversed here. So it's like, okay, it's coming topside a bit. And then also at the exact same time, this shitty little small order block down here, I think it's an order block because it's off of a change in direction of movement. It's not off of a sweep though, so potentially it's not an order block, but it does get tapped and then bullish movement off of that. So kind of an order block, right? But it holds less validity than the sweep. But the sweep also didn't hold that much validity in my eyes because of this shitty price action. Because it's like a sweep, and then sideways, and then a little stop loss hunt, and then there is this 1 minute fair value gap here that gets respected, and then price moves bearish. And of course, that's the perfect entry, you know. If I can short there, shoot for this order block, that's cracker. Or even shoot for these lows. Oh, whoops. Shoot for these lows as it happens. But at that point, the breaker structure had not yet occurred, so I wasn't willing to hop in there if I was to get in a position. And the order block gets tapped out of here, then tapped into, and then bearish. So it's kind of respect of that top side order block, which I guess holds more validity than this bottom side one, because this is actually off of a sweep. This is just off of a change of direction, like a breaker structure market shift kinda, but still overall following the bullish move, which gives it even less validity, I guess. But then the 15 only gets inversed on this candle here, and it's too late to enter then. So you have to get in short off the 5, I guess. And there was a long position here which my mate actually took, and he hit some TPs up here at this high, but then it actually at this high, but then he took it down to like here, and it got tapped here because it was just taking so long. Because that's a good point of liquidity, right? So if you say the sweep is weak and you don't want that shit, also because it's against buys, you don't want to get in short, because we were kind of saying longs, and that does make more sense. Then there was this strong sweep here, bang, strong sweep. Order block created here, created well, very well. Let me get rid of everything else. Order block created here, right? Breaker structure here, which tapped pretty early. Nice, very clean. But then it's really hard because this 1 minute fair value gap gets inversed straight away, which some people would low-key just enter off of, because you have the bias in your favor. You have good buy side liquidity getting swept. You have, there was something else, I swear. No, that was that. And then the breaker structure only occurs after this 1 minute candle gets tapped. It occurs here on this candle, like a bit after this 1 minute fair value gap gets tapped. So if you just took this and wait and just hoped for the 1 minute, for the 5 minute breaker structure, then yeah, because it's such strong price action for this sweep, like compared to everything else. Look at this. This sweep is just slow. This sweep is bang, strong as fuck, strongly away. So yeah. Would have taken a bit though. Shit was a bit sideways. Like if you look at the 5 minute here, this like fucking from 7 o'clock. Well, 7 o'clock is a bit later, I know, but from 5 o'clock till 6 by itself, it's just going sideways at the top of this sweep. So it's like really shitty. But looking in hindsight, the short, but the short, you don't have bias with you. Because I was saying bullish because it was in the top side of this 15 fair value gap, and it actually does come bullish after sweeping bottom side liquidity on the 5 minute, which is perfect actually. That's what you want. So we're looking for that. 5 minute gets inversed here. That's just a secondary confirmation. Inversed well, but that's way later. Main thing is the breaker structure here, of course. Then you just fucking have to long that 1 minute fair value at, which is crazy. Which actually looks even better on ES, because ES actually has the bearish candle. And oh, take me back. Oh shit, ES actually, no it doesn't. I thought it broke structure earlier. Nope. But yeah, no, didn't break structure earlier. But the main thing with this position is you have the bias in your favor. It took 5 minute bottom side liquidity in a bullish bias. That's what you want. The main thing is the price action, and then you have the cheeky inverse fair value gap. which by itself is pretty solid. And then this strong move away. So, yeah. And there's no real fair value gaps below, so no obvious imbalances for the market to retrace to. So that's that. That's the recap. Bit rougher. It's just patience. And with this top side, if you wanted to get in short, obviously you wait for the breaker structure, which occurs. And then obviously there is this 15-minute fair value gap, which we don't know is inverse till 15 past open. So we don't know it's inverse till here. Alright, this candle. Which means we can't really use the 15 as anything. And I don't know if we count this order block. Probably not. It just gives a little bullish reaction off of it, which we can just say, and it is just price coming up to tap into that, 5 minute. This one. The main thing ticking me off is there's no fucking. I mean, you could short off the 5 minute itself. Just, yeah, really shit risk to reward. There's no 1 minute. Oh, whoops. There's not a single 1 minute fair value gap to get into. It's just imbalance. From like there to there. Which of course gets perfectly respected, but we can see that in hindsight now. So it's a bit of cheating. But there's just no fair value gap. There is this. Which. So I guess you take the ES position here. And the only good thing about this pretty much is you have the sweep. You have breaker structure here. Yep, here. It comes down, bounces off this order block again. Respects the 5 as it respects this. But you wouldn't be looking at the 5 minute for the respect because you're trying to execute and get in short on that 1 minute. Yeah, so it's like sweep, sideways, stop loss high. 1 minute fair value gap respected. Like you could raw dog it straight away, get in short off of this first respect, and just have your stop loss in accommodation. Just up here. But price could easily SL hunt. You haven't had breaker structure yet. There's no order block yet, so it's like, yeah. So good respect to this. Breaker structure finally happens here on like one of these candles. This candle I think. And then price taps into the lovely fair value gap. And short season. Get in here. Shoot for this low. Yep, that's kind of the position. But you're fighting against this order block, but as I've said multiple times, it's weaker because it's not off of a sweep. It's just a turn, change in direction, and it's already been tapped and moved upon by the time price is up here respecting this, but still has a little bit of validity. And then you're also against the bias, so yeah. But even like the main move in the actual time that I'm here in the session is bearish, because it does come bullish, but then it's fucking sideways for hours. Like it's 10 p.m. pretty much, Australian time. So yeah, that's that. That was a move. Sweep. Breaker structure. Eventual inverse of the 15, which we don't know about. Reaction off of an order block to get back into bearish fair value gap, to which we short. Then that also ends up respecting the 5 minute fair value gap. Shoot for the close lows, which we want to be swept for the final bullish move to just continue bullish. So yeah, that's that.